Hey there, lovely souls. Welcome to my channel Magnetize Official. A lot of the time, I don't really know where a reading is going to take us until the moment I hit that record button. It's almost as if the energy and messages align themselves as soon as I begin, guiding me to exactly what needs to come through. Today's reading was no different. The moment I started recording, my guides began urging me to explore the energies of twin flames, specifically what's unfolding within the twin flame collective at this moment. So, in today's session, we'll be diving into a twin flame reading. This includes a look into both divine masculine and divine feminine energies. However, it's important to remember that these energies exist within all of us. This means that while this reading might reflect an external connection, such as a romantic or soul connection, it could just as easily apply to the dynamic between your own internal, masculine and feminine energies. If you're on a twin flame journey, and your twin flame is physically incarnated in this lifetime, you may find certain messages resonate very directly with your specific situation. But, as always, I encourage you to take only what resonates deeply with your soul, and leave the rest. This reading is meant to offer clarity, inspiration, and insights that align with your unique path. As I tune into the energies, I'll begin by shuffling the Energy Oracle card deck. While I'm shuffling, I invite you to enhance the connection by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Think of it as an energetic exchange. Your engagement allows me to better tune into your unique frequency, making the reading more aligned with your energy. Now, let's see what the cards have to reveal about the collective twin flame energy at this time. The first card that came through is Anxiety in Reverse. Immediately, the message I'm receiving is facing your fears. This energy is shared by both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. It speaks of a powerful shift, an acknowledgement of something that has been avoided or suppressed for a long time. For many, this is about finally confronting the patterns, emotions, or truths that have been buried. It's a courageous moment of self-reflection and growth, where both counterparts are being pushed to make positive, life-changing choices. This feels like a time of transformation, one where the divine masculine and divine feminine are mirroring each other's willingness to face their inner fears, break old cycles, and move toward greater harmony, both within themselves and in their connection. For the divine masculine, the focus right now feels very rooted in his 3D physical world, specifically in aspects tied to karmic remnants. When I say remnants, I'm referring to the leftover pieces of karmic cycles that have already been shaken loose and largely resolved within him. These cycles no longer hold the same power they once did, but fragments of them might still linger as physical manifestations in his current reality. At times, the masculine's ego, his conscious, 3D self, may cling to these remnants out of a desire for stability, even if that stability feels artificial or fleeting. The key message here, though, is that the deeper work has already been done. The patterns and cycles are broken. What remains are simply echoes, reminders of what once was, but no longer serves. It's like standing in the ruins of an old structure that has already been dismantled, realizing there's no need to hold on to the rubble. The number 1818 may resonate strongly with someone listening, and I'm also sensing the presence of someone with black or very dark brown hair who is connecting with this message. For the divine feminine, the word coming through strongly is self-improvement. There's a sense of facing something head-on, something you've known, perhaps for a while, needed attention, but felt too overwhelming to confront until now. This could manifest in your physical world, like finally tackling that closet or room you've been avoiding. For others, it could feel much more internal, like clearing out an emotional or mental pattern that has been holding you back. It's the energy of cleansing, whether that's physical, mental, or emotional. There's a transformative power in this act of cleaning house, symbolizing the feminine's deep desire to align her external world with the shifts she's already experiencing internally. Whatever this represents for you, it's tied to releasing fear, stepping into a space of self-empowerment, and making space for new energy to flow. The next card that came through was the thinking man in the upright position, often representing the masculine's ego self. Black feathers might hold symbolic meaning for someone listening. They could be a sign or synchronicity guiding you deeper into understanding this energy. Another card that appeared was financial constraints in reverse. This reveals that the divine masculine is giving significant thought to his work and material life, but with a new lens of emotional honesty. Many masculines have been operating under a weighty sense of societal responsibility, feeling obligated to uphold certain roles, appearances, or expectations placed upon them by others. But recently, something has shifted. There's an emerging desire within the masculine to ask himself a profound question he may have avoided until now. What do I truly want for my life, especially in my work? For many, this represents a pivotal moment of reflection and re-evaluation. The absence of passion for their current work is becoming impossible to ignore, and it's sparking a longing to move towards something more aligned with their authentic self. For someone listening, the image of red nail polish might be meaningful, a small, symbolic detail that could connect you to these energies. Both the masculine and feminine energies are in a phase of clearing out and recalibrating, each in their own unique way. The masculine is dismantling the physical structures that no longer align with his truth, while the feminine is digging deep into her emotional and mental spaces, preparing the ground for a powerful new chapter. This is a time of courage, transformation, and intentional change for both counterparts. Let's continue to see how this energy unfolds as we move forward in the reading. For the divine masculine, there's a noticeable internal struggle playing out between his ego and his soul. On one hand, his soul is nudging him toward transformation, urging him to pursue work and life with a deeper sense of passion and authenticity. On the other hand, his ego is putting up resistance, whispering doubts like, "You can't leave this job. You can't change the way you work. You can't take that risk." This internal battle creates a sense of entrapment, almost like he's stuck in a repetitive cycle. He's longing for something more meaningful, but the fear of breaking free keeps him tethered to what feels safe, even if it's mundane. For many masculines, this extends beyond work and into relationships. They may find themselves in a dynamic where it feels like they're simply going through the motions, lacking the spark that their soul craves. The names Chelsea and Felicia came through. These may resonate with some listeners, but as always, take these details only if they connect to your personal experience. Now, as we delve deeper into the masculine's thoughts and feelings, one powerful message comes through. Your love, divine feminine, has brought chaos into my world. This sentiment is beautifully reflected in the appearance of the Angel of Love card and the Storm Warning card, both in the upright position. The masculine is acknowledging the profound impact of the feminine's love, a love so pure, high vibrational, and transformative that it has begun to unravel the very foundation of his old life. From a 3D ego perspective, this might feel chaotic or overwhelming, as the masculine grapples with the shifts and upheavals triggered by this connection. But from a soul perspective, this chaos is necessary for alignment. The feminine's love has acted as a catalyst, illuminating the parts of his life that no longer resonate with his highest self. It's a reminder that realignment often requires the deconstruction of what is misaligned, even if it feels turbulent in the moment. For both counterparts, there may be waves of nostalgia surfacing, moments of reflection on how life has changed since meeting each other in the physical. If you have met your twin flame in the 3D, you may find yourself looking back at the journey, noticing the undeniable shifts in your inner and outer world. The number 909 appeared for someone, symbolizing completion and new beginnings as the journey continues to unfold. The letters C and H also came through. Perhaps these are initials or hold special meaning for someone. Now shifting to the divine feminine, what is she thinking or feeling in her 3D reality? A few specific details surfaced here. I saw the number 40s, which could indicate someone's age, and symbols of roses and a pearl necklace, both of which might hold personal significance for some listeners. For the feminine, there's a sense of grounded reflection and elegance in her energy. She's contemplating her next steps, potentially in a space of deep self-awareness and grace. Much like the symbolic beauty of roses and pearls, this could indicate a time of nurturing her own growth, embracing her unique journey, and finding ways to honor her path with both strength and softness. Let's continue to explore these energies and see what messages unfold for the divine feminine and masculine as we go deeper into the reading. Let's delve into the energy of the Victory card in reverse, a card that often reflects feelings of defeat or hopelessness. This energy seems to be deeply rooted in the root chakra, which governs our connection to the physical world, our stability, security, and what we perceive as tangible reality. For many divine feminines, this could manifest as a sense of stagnation or frustration in the 3D world. My guides are pointing to a specific project or endeavor that feels stuck, delayed, or like it's cycling through the same challenges repeatedly. For some, this could be related to work, a project that doesn't seem to be moving forward. For others, it might involve a person in their life, someone they've been trying to help or support, but it feels like their efforts aren't yielding results. What's important to understand, however, is that these feelings of defeat are an illusion, an ego-driven narrative that obscures the truth. The ego often creates this false sense of hopelessness because it cannot see the bigger picture that the soul is aware of. The key here is to step back and look at the situation from the perspective of the higher self. So, what is your higher self really trying to show you? The attachment card in the upright position offers powerful insight. While your ego might perceive this situation as hopeless, your soul recognizes it as an opportunity for growth and liberation. The attachments that have been weighing you down, whether they're emotional, mental, or energetic, are now being brought to the light of your awareness. Once illuminated, these attachments lose their power and begin to dissolve, setting you free. The message here is one of freedom. These challenging emotions and situations are not signs of defeat. They're part of a profound process of detachment and expansion. What your ego might interpret as defeat is actually the breaking down of old patterns, clearing the way for something greater. This is further confirmed by the World card in the upright position, which brings a wave of expansive energy. It signals that as these attachments are released, you're stepping into a phase of massive transformation and elevation. For some, this process might feel heavy in the moment, but what's on the other side is a deep sense of relief and renewal. If there's something specific in your life that's been weighing on you, a situation you've been anxiously waiting for clarity or resolution on, your soul is sending a reassuring message. Good news is on the way. Whatever this is, it will bring a feeling of relief that you might not even have realized you needed. Trust that this energy is aligning for your highest good, even if it doesn't yet appear that way in the physical. Take this message as it resonates, as it feels like it's meant for a particular group of divine feminines who are navigating these exact emotions and circumstances. To provide further guidance, I'll reshuffle the cards and pull from the Starseed Oracle for additional clarity on what the divine feminine needs to know at this time. Let's see what higher wisdom is ready to come through for you. The Weight of the World card brings forward a gentle but powerful reminder: boundaries. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. As this message comes through, my guides are nudging me to suggest this as a reflective journal prompt for the divine feminine. What am I carrying that is not mine? Taking the time to write and explore this question might be transformative, offering clarity and a much-needed energetic shift. It feels like many divine feminines have been unconsciously taking on emotional or energetic burdens that don't belong to them. This might be due to your naturally compassionate heart, which makes you feel responsible for the well-being of others, perhaps one particular person, or even an entire group of people. This weight you've been carrying, though, may be impacting you far more deeply than you realize. That's why your guides are gently bringing it to the surface now, urging you to reflect and release. What might you be carrying that's not yours? Only you can truly answer this, but I'm sensing a recurring theme here: a lack of boundaries. This can happen when your kind and empathetic nature allows you to give too much of yourself, often without realizing it. With the garden and the gate reversed, it feels like you've been working hard to cultivate a beautiful inner and outer life, a lush, vibrant garden that represents your emotional state, mindset, and the physical world you're building for yourself. But there's a challenge here. While you're tending this garden, it's crucial to ensure it's protected. Your guides are saying, you can't nurture this beautiful life you're creating to its fullest potential without setting strong boundaries. Think of boundaries as the fence around your garden. Without it, even the most well-meaning people, those who may not have ill intentions but are operating unconsciously, can unknowingly drain your energy. These people might not realize how much they're asking of you or leaning on you, but it's affecting your ability to stay focused on your growth and creations. Boundaries are acts of love. Setting. Boundaries doesn't mean shutting people out or rejecting their needs. Instead, it's about creating a healthy balance between giving and preserving your energy. It's an act of self-love and, paradoxically, an act of love for others because it allows you to show up for them in a more grounded, authentic way when you choose to. So, as you reflect on what you're carrying that isn't yours, consider where in your life you might need stronger boundaries. Who or what is asking too much of your energy? Where do you feel a sense of obligation or guilt that might not truly belong to you? This is your invitation to reclaim your energy, protect your inner world, and let go of what doesn't align with your highest good. Your beautiful garden is waiting to bloom, and the clearer your boundaries, the more radiant and expansive it will become. Now, let's see what else your guides want to share. What additional wisdom or encouragement do they have for you at this time? Continue rephrase it in an engaging and human-friendly, inspiring tone, long and readable way. I'm picking up on the divine masculine's energy, and I sense that he's still deep in the process of healing. Some very intense and personal transformations are unfolding within him. We'll dive into that in a moment, but first, your guides are gently encouraging you to shift your focus away from his healing journey. As tempting as it might be to track his every step, to wonder what he's doing or how he's shifting. Your guides are saying that the most powerful thing you can do to support him, your connection, and, most importantly, yourself, is to turn your attention toward your actions. These actions, inspired by divine guidance, are the stepping stones that will lead you to the life you are meant to create and attract. Think of it this way. It's time for you to cultivate your own garden, a garden full of your dreams, desires, and personal growth. And once you've planted those seeds, you must protect them with your boundaries. Just as you guard your garden, you must guard your energy and your focus. You're in the driver's seat of your own life right now, Divine Feminine, and it's time to fully embrace that. Now, I'll shift to channel the Divine Masculine's energy. The first card that comes through is Door to Spirit in the upright position. This card speaks to a profound awakening happening within the masculine. He's been deeply affected, even at a cellular level, by the changes unfolding inside him. In fact, some of you may even be feeling this physically, soreness in your own body, as you are intuitively assisting him in transmuting these heavy energies. This awakening is deeply transformative, and even though it's been happening on an unconscious level, it's making a huge impact on his conscious mind now. He's beginning to see things differently. There are realizations coming to him left and right, and I keep hearing that his perception of the world is shifting. He might be re-evaluating long-held beliefs, whether those relate to politics, social issues, or life in general. But most importantly, he's waking up to love, softening to love. This awakening is allowing him to embrace the idea of unconditional love in a way that he hasn't before. It's not easy for the Divine Masculine to fully embrace this, as they often carry deep wounds related to love and vulnerability. But this shift is happening, and it's significant. Then we have the Adjacent Possibilities card in the reverse position, sitting on his root chakra. This card speaks to the masculine's growing sense of focus. Where once he may have been scattered, divided, or uncertain about his path, now his attention is narrowing. This isn't just about his energy being more concentrated. It's about a singular focus emerging. He's realizing that there's one thing that truly matters right now. For some of you, this will specifically relate to your connection with him. The masculine is becoming fixated on you, Divine Feminine. If there's been any space between you two, whether due to distance or your decision to set boundaries, he's feeling an intense pull toward you. He wants to win you back. I'm hearing the masculine's energy loud and clear, saying, "I'm focused. I want to win you back." If you've walked away or established distance, know that he's feeling this separation intensely, and it's sparking a desire to reclaim what's been lost. Additionally, we draw the woman holding a heart card in reverse, and this feels incredibly synchronistic with the energy that's unfolding. It's clear that the masculine is feeling a loss of your heart, either in a very literal sense, if you've pulled away, or in a more energetic sense, if the connection feels uncertain. There's a deep sense of uncertainty within him right now as he questions where he stands in your heart. This energy is further amplified by the number 911. For those of you who resonate with numerology, 911 can represent a wake-up call, and that's exactly what's happening for the Divine Masculine. He's coming to the realization that you, Divine Feminine, are undergoing a transformation, a glow-up, if you will. You are becoming more magnetic, more vibrant, and he's noticing it. The fact that you now have options in life and in love is creating a major awakening for him. He's realizing that the stakes have changed and that he's running out of time to act. This realization has sparked a deep desire in the masculine to win you back, and this pull may be something you're feeling too, Divine Feminine. You might be sensing an energetic pull, an intuitive knowing that something is shifting on his end, even if he hasn't verbalized it yet. His soul knows the truth, and it's calling him back to you. So, what's happening now is an energetic recalibration, both for you and for him. As you turn inward, focusing on your own healing and growth, the divine masculine is doing the same on his own path, even if you can't see all the shifts happening beneath the surface. His focus is narrowing, and the desire to reconcile with you is becoming more and more undeniable. Divine Feminine, you are at the heart of his awakening, whether or not he's spoken those words to you yet. Trust the process, honor your boundaries, and continue to cultivate your own life, knowing that this magnetic shift is drawing him closer to you. One step at a time. Keep shining your light, because it's guiding him home. As we close this reading, I want to share a final message from the Rumi Oracle deck, and the card drawn is Enter the Garden of Delights. This card feels deeply connected to the garden imagery that has been a recurring theme throughout the reading. So, if you've been drawn to gardens or resonate with the symbolism of growing things, this message is especially for you. Let me channel a passage from the guidebook for you. Are you aware that sweetness is found everywhere in town? Are you aware that winter is gone and spring has come around? Are you aware that sweet basil and the carnation are whispering in the garden and laughing about how simply everything is found? Are you aware the nightingale has come back from its flight, singing out messages of love to spread delight with every sound? Everything in the garden is granted the right from the divine court to appear for our delight. Everything is here to make the earth green and alive as a haven for our life. What remains buried in the soil will always endeavor to reach out. This passage feels like a direct invitation for you to experience the beauty of life, the sweetness, the life force, the love that is all around. Whether you're in a place of stillness, waiting for things to grow, or you're in a period of blossoming yourself, remember that the Garden of Delights is always available. Even what feels hidden or dormant right now, whether within your relationship, your goals, or your own growth, is pushing toward the light, yearning to emerge. For someone here, especially those who may be feeling a disconnect with their divine masculine, I'm picking up on a powerful message. Your masculine's energy has shifted, and I sense he's reaching a place of focus. He's beginning to realize his heart's desire. What remains buried in the soil will always endeavor to reach out. This is a very clear sign that the divine masculine is preparing to reach out more actively in the 3D. This could mean more frequent contact or a sudden clarity on how he wants to proceed with your connection. The guidebook also shares this beautiful affirmation. Nothing is dying in you but fear, so the heart can live more freely. This speaks to the essence of transformation. Fear is being shed, making way for your heart to open even wider and for the love to flow more freely. It's time for you to trust in the abundance of life and love that's being offered. As we close this reading, I hope it has resonated with you and that you feel the energy of renewal, of blossoming, and of reaching out. If anything connected with you personally, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section under the video. Sending you so much love today.